What's up, guys? It's Andrew Santowski. Saturday, July 17th, 2021. I'm giving you my UFC Fight Night Makhachev versus Moises predictions and bets. I don't have any bets for this card, but I will be making predictions. Trying to get back into making predictions regularly, guys. Definitely been following the sport as I usually do, watching every card, and I normally have bets for every card, even though I haven't had a bet since June. One of my models. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be giving predictions for this card, also known as UFC Vegas 31. Be going down from the UFC Apex today. And it's kind of a weak card, guys. I'm not really high on this card. I feel like it's probably the weakest card we've had this year, but regardless, I will cover it, man. So first fight of the night, we have Rodrigo Nascimento against Alan Bode. And, Nascimento, man, he had a very disappointing loss last time out against Chris Daukaus. I mean, got knocked out real early, real slow. Daukaus just kind of blitzed him and just put him out, man. Picked up a nice win over Dontel Mays in May of 2020. He's got a good ground game, not bad standing. And going up against Alan Bode, he's going up against a guy that got taken out by the surging Tom Aspinall last October, man. And he brought it to Tom Aspinall early, but like I said, he got put out. But I mean, I really kind of want to pick him for the upset here, but he's got no ground game. He does train on MMA Factory, which I like with Cyril Gahn. Nice reach and height for the division, but man, it's just hard to know what you're gonna get from this guy, man. I mean, Rodrigo Nascimento can take him to the ground and end it. I'm gonna go with Nascimento here, with a submission, but man, nothing would surprise me. It would not surprise me at all. Alan Bode came out here and knocked out Nascimento early on in this fight. Francisco Figueiredo against Malcolm Gordon in the men's flyweight division. Malcolm Gordon, man, very disappointing guy, man. Very disappointing. I'll never forget watching him submit Yoni Sherbatov off UFC Fight Pass back in 2019 in the TKO promotion. And I was high on the guy coming in to fight Amir Albazi, and Amir Albazi just destroyed him. And then Sue Madajri just destroyed Malcolm Gordon with one punch. And Malcolm Gordon's got no chin, man. I don't think the guy wants to be there, man. I'm really questioning that. Great submission guy, but even though Francisco Figueiredo, Davison's brother, we don't have a lot of footage on not a lot of footage on the guy. The guy's definitely, probably not going to go anywhere really in the men's flyweight division. Beat Jerome Rivera's last fight out. Back in January, but I mean, I'm not high on Malcolm Gordon, man. I couldn't trust Figueiredo at minus 300 prices. But I got no faith in Malcolm Gordon as an underdog, so the pick's gonna be Figueiredo by decision. But I could see Figueiredo just touching him once and just clipping him out. So pick is Figueiredo. Anderson Dos Santos against Miles Johns. I was originally high on Dos Santos in this fight. Don't trust Miles Johns either, don't get me wrong. But the more I really thought about it and listened to other people, man, I'm gonna go with Miles Johns here by decision. I think Johns is kind of possibly chinny. Like I said, he did get put out by Mario Batista in February 2020. Great wrestler, great grappler. His cardio stays in check, man. He might be able to control Dos Santos for 3 rounds. Dos Santos, man, he's a dog, though, man. He's a dog. He's gonna make you earn that victory. And Martin Day, he's not really UFC caliber in my opinion. He handled Martin Day. Martin Day had poor fight IQ in that fight. Trying to take Dos Santos down. But I think Miles Johns, I'm gonna pick Miles Johns by decision here. I do not trust the guy for a bet though. Khalid Taha versus Sergey Morozov. And I like Taha, even though Taha hasn't had an easy stretch in the UFC, man. Went to war with Ronnie Barcelos, lost. No shame in that. Bruno Silva, I think he tested positive for a banned supplement in that fight. Destroyed Boston Salmon. When people were high on Boston Salmon in April 2019, Holloway versus Poirier 2 for that title, that lightweight title. Lost to Nadia Nirmani, which isn't a bad loss, especially at the time. You know, we're talking about 3 years ago with Nadia Nirmani, when Nirmani had a little bit of hype. And guy's a warrior, man. Very, very fast twitch muscle fibers against Sergey Morozov. Really haven't watched the guy. He's got some nice wins in Russia. Nice win over Josh Reddinghouse to an M1. I'm gonna go with Taha here, man. I don't think Taha has had an easy road in the UFC. And, you know, I'm going to pick him here, man. All the money's been coming in on Morozov. Yeah, Taha's a minus 134 right now on Bet Online. But I'm going to go with Taha here, man. He's got the UFC experience. Morozov, yeah, has fought once in the UFC. But I'm going to go with Taha here, man. I'm going to pick Taha by decision. But it could be a finish, too. I mean, he could pick up a submission or a knockout here. Amanda Lemos against Montserrat Ruiz. I can't tell you a lot about these women, man. I know Amanda Lemos, she's got a couple nice wins here. Miranda Granger, when people were high on Granger. Yeah, I mean she's got some great wins over here. Yeah, so I mean I really think the woman is gonna just dominate the completely standing Ruiz, who I think is more of a boxer type of woman. I could be wrong. She's a heavy favorite, so I'm gonna take Amanda Lemos here, man. I really think Lemos just gets it done. So I'm gonna go with first round knockout here. Daniel Rodriguez against Preston Parsons. I think this is a nice sleeper fight, man. I think Preston Parsons, he's picked up a lot of submission victories on the regional scene. You know, I think he's going to try to bring it to Daniel Rodriguez, man. You can't let Daniel Rodriguez settle him into the fight, man. He's a great fighter, man. He's pretty well-rounded. And, yeah, he got dropped by, you know, Dwight Grant in that fight. You know, only put Dwight Grant away. But, you know, lost to Dalby. Beat Mike Perry. But, like I said, I think Preston Parsons is going to try to bring it to D-Rod and try to take him down. But I'm going to go with Daniel Rodriguez here, man. I'm going to say he picks up the decision win here. Just keeps it on the feet and just outpoints him. Gabriel Benitez against Billy Q. This will be an interesting fight, man. Benitez wants to keep this fight standing. And, you know, throw a bunch of leg kicks at Billy Q. Great training camp at AKA. I think it's going to be easier said than done, man. If he can get off on his kicks early and maybe neutralize Billy Q and compromise his stand-up, he might be able to keep it standing as the entire fight and just beat Billy Q up. But Billy Q's going to want to drag this to the ground, close range, make it a dog fight. And I think Billy Q will get it done. But a lot of people are on Billy Q this week, so it'll be interesting to see how this fight plays out. But I'm going to go with Billy Q by decision here. Rodolfo Vieira against Dustin Stoltzfus. Originally, I was thinking Stoltzfus with a lot of guys. Stoltzfus is going to have to show me a little more before I actually pick him here. I'm gonna think Vieira drags this to the ground very early on in the first round and submits him. But Dustin Stoltzfus can show me that he can survive and weather the storm and put out Vieira later in the fight. That would be cool too. But I'm gonna go with Vieira here, first round submission. Next up, we have Matthews Gamrot, the pole, against Jeremy Stephens. Jeremy Stephens moving back up to lightweight after spending a great deal of time in the featherweight division. I'm gonna go with Gamrot here, man. I mean, this is made for Gamrot. Gamrot was signed from KSW. Had a tough loss his first fight in the UFC against Garam Kutsaladze. Knocked out Scott Holtzman, which is no easy task. His second fight, man. Now he's going up against Jeremy Stephens, who went back up to lightweight after spending a great deal of time at featherweight. Like I said, man, Heathen's getting old. He's been in the UFC since probably 2007, man. I mean, he's a warrior, man. Absolute 4-fight losing streak, man. This might be his last hurrah here, man. I hate to say it, man. The guy's lost to some straight killers, though, man. He's lost to Calvin Cater, Yair Rodriguez, ID, Mago Shapiro, Jose Aldo, man. He's fought a who's who in the UFC, man. I like me some little Heathen, man, but, man, you know, this game doesn't age well for anybody, man. And, you know, I mean, Stephens always has a weakness on the ground, man. If he can make this a dogfight and keep it standing, yeah, maybe he can land that knockout punch. But I think Gamrot's just going to use his well-rounded ability to drag it down and just beat him there, man. Win by decision. Marian Reneau's retirement fight against Misha Tate's, you know, end of her retirement, you know, after 5 years coming back. And, Reneau's 44. I believe she's 44 years old. Lost 4-fight losing streak, man. And like I said, she's great off her back, great with submissions. Misha Tate's gonna want to drag this down. Don't like betting on a fighter coming back out of retirement, especially after 5 years away from the cage. But I'm gonna pick Misha Tate here, man, because I know the UFC wants her to win. Doesn't mean she will win. She hasn't fought in 5 years, which is huge, but she's going to want to take this down. Reneau's going to want to look for a submission. I think Tate survives and just picks up the decision here, but, man, not a whole lot of confidence, man. Islam Makhachev against Thiago Moises. Man, it's a shame that Islam Makhachev can't get some higher-ranked opponents, man. I think the guy's a top 5 guy for sure. Hopefully this guy headlines a lot of main events, man. And, man, I'd like to see this guy fighting for the title one day, because this guy's an absolute beast, man. He's had a very slow roll to the top. His only real setback has been against Adriano Martins back in the fall of 2015. No shame in that. There was a lot of hype on Martins back at that time. Got caught with a punch. It happens, man. The guy's been absolute dominant since. This guy's made me money off Chris Wade. September 16, I actually had a bet on him against Drew Dober when that fight got canceled for that supplement that Makhachev took back then. But I had a bet on Makhachev then, man. I've been high on this guy for a long time, man. And you know, the guy's always very highly priced in all his fights. Beat a tough Arman Tsarukyan, who's another surging guy in the men's lightweight division. Very high on Arman Tsarukyan. That was a nice fight too. That was in Russia, I believe. Yeah, April 2019 in Russia. But Islam, man, Islam is the truth, man. Makhachev is a great fighter, man, and he's gonna follow in Khabib's footsteps for sure. Thiago Moises, man, had an early hiccup in the UFC with losing to Beneil Dariush, I believe, in his debut. And people weren't high on Dariush back then. That's why people were kind of off the Dariush train, because Dariush was coming off several losses. But rebounded with a nice win over Kurt Holloway. No shame in losing to Damir Ismagulov. Picked up a nice win over Michael Johnson, but we know Michael Johnson's deal. Bobby Green, great win last year in the fall, and a win over Alex Hernandez. But I don't think that's going to get you ready for Islam Makhachev, man. Unless he can catch Makhachev in a submission or catch him on the feet with a flash knockout, or unless Islam fades with his cardio later in the fight, I don't see Thiago Moises winning, man. I see Islam Makhachev just dominating the guy, and whether Makhachev picks up a submission win of his own or just grinds him out to a unanimous decision, I'm picking Makhachev here, and I'm going to pick him by decision, but a finish would not surprise me, guys. I have no bets on this card, guys. These are my predictions. My predictions real quick are right here. Makhachev by decision, Tate by decision, Gamrot by decision, Vieira by first round submission, Billy Quarantillo by decision, Rodriguez by decision, Lemos by first round knockout, Taha by decision, Johns by decision, Figueiredo by first round knockout, Nascimento by first round submission. Guys, I look forward to even though I'm not high in this card, I will watch it. Watch as much as I can of it. I have ESPN Plus, so I will watch the fight, guys. Take care, guys. These are my predictions for Makhachev versus Moises.